Twitch notice yet.
I had a Twitch notice earlier.
Oh,
not
Friend
Twitch.
Timmy.
Oh. All right, welcome to the world of Hearthstone. Yeah, we're on. I'm your host, storyteller, and dungeon master, Bilbo. Tonight, we are continuing with our 4th episode of Dragon Heist and the conclusion of Chapter 1. We will be returning to our series Tales from the Yawning Portal next week as these characters end up talking in the Yawning Portal. So we will continue with our Dead and Fae, finish with Tomb of Horrors if they make it past the Great Maw next week. So tune in and watch that. When we are done either killing them or they complete Tomb of Horrors, they're not going to do that, we will return to Dragon Heist story arc again and continue with Chapter 2 and through the rest of the story. And now understand we're going to have Alfansa give us a recap.
Yep. Well, we started off with Wizard Man getting shot with the arrow from the slit with the goblin. And then Silent Hoofed Man, went down the tiny hole and came back because he heard a scary man tell him not to come down here. Didn't tell anybody about that, but that's what happened. Then he walked back and we entered, Tyson ran into the room, slayed a goblin. Then Gore ran in and gored a goblin. Then after all that was done, Tyson decided to scare the shit out of one of the goblins and made him into one of his companions. And so now he has a goblin companion. And then found out a bunch of information from the goblin. And that there was a Durger downstairs, a weird, I think, monk fighting figure, and a half-orc, and octopus-faced woman or man. I don't know. Didn't get to see it, so I don't know if it's a man or a woman. And then when we went downstairs, Gore tiptoed past the door, past the two, the Durger and the human that were holding a gray ooze at bay through a door, and he decided to hold the other door closed so that they couldn't escape. And he successfully somehow got past them with his hooves, and so did the Bugbear. And they engaged them, and we killed them off quickly. Well, we killed off the Duger quickly, and then we threw the human against the, I tied up the human and threw him against the ooze door to keep him in the door. And then Gore bravely ran down the hallway and got turned into a companion of the octopus face and tried to stop us from going towards them. And Tyson, so bravely, which he loves to do, is just run past people. So he just pushed them past the Gore, the brave Gore, and Tyson ran up the stairs and got octopus faced and fell down and started bleeding from his ears and his mouth and his nose, and that was all bad. And so he was out for the rest of the fight. And then we all scurried past the little pathway that he had made for us and killed Silent Man, killed the half-orc before we got up there. So that was good at least. And then Octopus Face happened to get away and Gore blocked the door so he couldn't get through.
All right, okay, that's good. Do you want an inspiration die or a luck card from Nord Games?
Inspiration die.
Ooh, look at this. 2 people in a row going against the grain.
Why? You are going against my law. What are you doing?
Your law is terrible because you die all the time, so...
I was about to say.
You have gone against the law of the luck card. The luck card is the legend
there you
card.
go. Inspiration die.
Imagine if the next
All
card
right.
is the best card of the deck.
So, we pan in with our heroes searching a couple of the side chambers. Gore shaking off the powerful mind control, the mind flayer, Nihilor. that head over him, and he's apologizing to his friends as he bangs his head on the door, trying to get these evil thoughts from his brain. Tyson sitting on the floor with a massive headache as he wipes the blood from his eyes, nose, and mouth, ears, with his new friend, Trolley, the goblin, sitting next to him. Rainier asks Alfansa, when you are done searching these chambers, can you heal Floon? He's almost dead. Then we should get out of these sewers because I'm sure that squid face thing is going to return with reinforcements. Can I have perception checks from Tumblewicket, Alfansa, Bitter, and Luna?
Nope.
Or an 8.
They're not even a number, just a
I'm a 10.
All right.
What is big?
19.
All right. So
Somebody was paying attention.
somebody is paying attention.
I'm still shaking my
The
head.
rest
I've
of
been
everybody else is not.
Oh,
So as you guys are searching through these side rooms, all they seem to do is have, once again, these straw type cots on the floor. It's straw beds in these 3 rooms. However, Bitter, as you are searching, when you go up on this up the stairs, up on the where there's like a throne, their seat where the mind flayer was sitting, you find a hidden a stone that's loose, and you manage to pull out the stone, and you pull out an unlocked chest, and we'll go from there when you want to take a gander at maybe what's in it, or maybe look at it close. But it's definitely, there's no lock on it. And as you pull it out, it has some weight, some coinage weight to it. Probably, your estimations, maybe 300 coins or so.
my head's been in the cold a little bit.
Gore grips his maul a little. Ooh, chest.
Yeah, and it's a small chest, like in your.
Tran, let's get this back to somewhere, open it safely, where there's still healing around. I take it you have none left right now.
Done.
Any way we can bandage him and get him up and going?
Bandage him. I can't bandage him, but I can bandage him.
Just keep him stable for now.
All right, so you wrap him up, and so yeah, with your and Rainier's help, you guys get him to his feet. He's barely conscious. Get him to his feet and says, "We need to get out of here." He's not. He says, "Floon, well, one, he's half dead, but he's not a fighter like me."
Let's get the monk and make sure that side of things. Did you search him?
Nope.
Let's do that.
All right, so are you guys heading all back to where
Or
the
go
ooze
after-
was behind
go
the
through
door?
that
Sure.
Yeah, Gore's gonna
Oh,
destroy
Gore.
that throne real quick, Bill.
We haven't gone through the door with
No, where Nihilor went? No, you have not gone through that door. All right, so you're gonna go smash on the.
Yeah, I'll just give it 3 or 4 good whacks.
All right, yeah, no problem.
Now Gore hates Squid Face too.
check and see. Why don't you and Gore see if that monk is still there?
Are we leaving now?
We'll go check for the monk, and I'll take the war pick of the user.
All right, so you're gonna go grab the one guy you have tied up. All right,
And the war pick.
and the war pick. All right, no problem.
Shield.
Yeah, what is it? What is
Let me double check. You
what's
might
the
have,
dirt they're wearing?
Yeah, he did. He has a shield.
I'll take that too.
He's wearing. I want to say. Let me double check again.
Or scale mail?
Yeah, scale mail. That's right. Thank you. Yep, he was in scale mail.
That's a heavy armor, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was medium.
It is. Is that ooze still pushing on the door?
Yes, we have a blizzard outside, people.
Yes, sir.
We
Yeah.
still play.
All the snow is gone and now it's back.
Yes.
Again, we have fake spring, second winter.
All right.
I'm
So,
finally pulling out my shorts.
well, I put my shovels away Sunday only to pull them out again today. So, all right. So you guys,
So we're gonna. First of all, is the ooze still pushing on that door?
oh, back there.
Yeah.
He's there. You got him basically. He's down. Tied up to.
Right, leaning against
Leaning
it so it
against
doesn't
it.
come either.
Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't come through. It hasn't oozed through the room.
All right, I'll go down and talk to him. Do you know what's in the rest of these rooms?
No,
Have you had in any of the others?
He's not here. He's not usually here. This is his first time here.
Yeah, I'm not from here. We're bringing Rainier here.
We took the Duger's weapon, right?
Yes, you got that.
I
Yeah.
have a feeling it's going to be the easiest exit out of the other side.
I say we should just let out the ooze and then leave.
Trolley goes, I know a way in sewer.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Have you ever seen what's beyond the doors?
Beyond what doors?
No point.
Those doors, the ones that the squid face went
Right
through,
over
I'll
here.
point over there.
Oh, he goes, that's some of our sleeping quarters.
Is there another? Is there another way out of there?
No.
Oh, so that doesn't even get you out if you go that direction.
Mm-mm.
Are you
We're
sure?
not going in there.
Yeah.
Or the squid face never told you about it?
Well, I don't know how Squid Face goes around, but no. There's some goblins there, over there. Other goblin guards on the other side.
Let's
I
leave.
wouldn't mind some of that ooze,
Yeah,
but I can't fight it. I can't fight it myself.
Yeah, I'd like some to use too, but again, I'm hurt.
Well, how do you want to acquire this ooze? Does it
When
have
he
to be
kills
dead?
it, then I will capture whatever's left.
No. We're just gonna let it out and be around the sewers.
I got a headache right now. I'm not feeling like fighting anything.
Point. So we'll make sure we
Yeah,
collect-
you got people bleeding.
Yeah, we got people bleeding and we got
The one guy's just almost dead.
the half orc just had clothing, right? Isn't that
Yes.
a robe?
Yeah. And you grab
Or
a spell book. Yeah,
That's
he
right.
has a spell book.
Spell book and then. Alright. So
Oh, spell
yeah,
book?
let's just leave.
Yes, he has a spell book.
Can I check it? Take it in.
Well, right now Bitter has it.
Can I see the spell book?
You go.
When we get back.
You
Yeah,
can run it
Rainier
away.
says,
See how you are?
can we look at this stuff at the awning portal where
Yeah.
it's safe?
I guess I just
I
tried
can get a
to.
drink. We can get floating up here healed. Get you guys healed. Well, maybe let's follow the little goblin. He apparently knows a way out of here.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Trolley, show us how to get out of here.
Wait, who had a spell book? Where'd you find a spell book?
Spell book.
Where was it?
Bitter found it.
Where was it, Bitter?
On
The most useless
on
in
the
the party,
half-orc.
and they're all worried about the treasure. I tell you.
Where?
On the half orc.
I'll show you. Useless.
Yeah, you ran away.
All right.
Is Trolley gonna be our job of this group?
And suddenly, he goes down.
No, Jot's way better. Trolley's just gonna follow
Of course.
follow Tyson around. All right, so you guys head on out back the way you came.
Do we want to bring this monk with us?
I'm gonna take him out and then I'm gonna let the ooze out.
Alright. Alright. Well, I'll hold the door while you take him out of here.
You better just hope that ooze
Right.
doesn't come up above
I'll
ground.
come up.
That would be a
Wait till
problem
you
for the
guys
city watch.
Get past, you know,
The stairs.
yeah, get past the stairs.
Now when you come up, just shut the door behind you.
Okay.
So I wait till they all get up the stairs,
Okay, sure.
and then I'll just sprint to the
Yeah,
door.
open the door, let it out, and run.
I'm not even gonna open that door. I'm just gonna
Move all the
leave.
stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If it
Okay.
stays in there, that's fine.
Oh,
too.
okay, perfect. So you're just leaving it alone, just grabbing
Just don't want it
and-
coming after us.
Okay.
You know, you
sure.
might have like a slight muscle glitch where it kind of opens it up.
All right. All right, so you guys head on back into the sewers. Alex? Billy? So you guys head back into the sewers, and Trolley goes, "Yep, I know a way. And you guys start, he doesn't bring you that far, actually, just further south down the sewer. And you guys smell fish, and there's a ladder, going up, and he goes and moves the sewer grate. There's fish up here. I like fish. And so you guys come up, and it's night still, but it's fish market.
Okay.
And or at least there's shops. They're all closed, but definitely there's remnants. You see fish heads, maybe a couple fish on the ground, and he picks one on up and starts eating. See, fish.
Just put that ugly tabard back on.
That's what I was just gonna do. You beat me to it. Yeah, I'm gonna put my tabard on.
Okay.
Now, Trolley, you best stay real close to me so that people know that you're with the member of the city guard.
All right.
That way I protect you.
Can I get one of those?
Unconscious.
Oh.
He's out cold.
Maybe one day if you become a
Oh no,
part of the
he's.
guard.
You guys are carrying him. He's barely alive.
I thought
Oh, so
He's conscious,
conscious,
but yeah.
okay,
just
all right.
on the
I thought he was
brink of
actually unconscious, where we're like
No.
carrying his ass,
No,
carry him up.
no. You guys have to kind of help him out. He's really weak, as he's been beat up, and who knows.
Better,
Like
you want
the-
more, Gary? Is that the guy I put to sleep accidentally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to make your passage gentler.
You want Gore, Carrie?
Yeah.
Gently.
You want me to run ahead and see, get Cleric ready for with Durnan?
Gore will carry him like a lady. Too pretty.
You mean like a six-pack?
All right, so you guys make your way back to the awning portal.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, perfect, no problem. So you guys get back there. It's late by the time all of you guys arrive, and but Durnan's still on staff. And then at the corner table, you do see Volo sitting, and he gets up. Oh, thank the heavens! You all made it back, and you have flown. And Rainier? That's you, Rainier. What are you doing with them?
We saved them both. Double.
I thought
Oh,
we're near first.
2 for 1.
oh, interesting. Come sit. I'll get drinks and food. Tell me your story. What happened? So he'll ask you guys, you recount what happened and stuff, and how Renee got involved here and stuff, and he's definitely interested in such.
Sounds like your friend Rainier is wanted by these two factions for whatever information they think he has.
Yeah, and Rainier says, yeah, you think I know about some magical stone to find all these dragons that apparently my father embezzled years ago, but I have no idea. He goes, oh, interesting. Well, thank you very much. Drinks, and I'll have a room for you for tonight here, and then we can meet for breakfast if you like. I'll make sure that Foon gets taken care of by some healers here, and maybe have somebody come over here and.
Heard there was going to be a check.
Oh, get payment. Yes. So I ran into a little problem. My publisher for my next book was supposed to give me an advancement, and he hasn't made it here yet. So I'm a little short on cash right now. However, I have something way better than dragons, and it'll be 10 times, maybe 1,000 times its value.
Gore scoots up real close to him.
So I would love to give you your own place. I just purchased it recently. It's called Troll Skull Manor and Tavern. And you can set it up as your own place and wait for Alfansa. Guess what? It has a tap room. In the basement, it has its own ale cellar and wine cellar. You guys can set up, and I'll give it to you guys free and clear. It's yours. How about that?
Right here, you want to run it for us?
I will be a customer, and Floon, I'll be a customer as well. And me too, Volo says. So look, you haven't even opened and you already have 3 customers.
There's a deed, I'm sorry. There's a deed, I assume?
Oh yes, the deed's been taken care of. If you guys agree to it. Here, let me show you the floor plans of the place. And he hands over a map to Alfansa.
Wait, we still get food, drink tonight?
Yes, I have food, drink, you're all taken care of for tonight. Absolutely. So do we have a deal? It's 3 stories. It's one of the tallest buildings there in that neighborhood. It's in the North Ward. It's a nice area. Not as nice as the High Ward, but it's a nice area. It's way better than the Dock Ward, I'll tell you that. Some honest businesses around there.
Do I know anything about this building or this area? Or
You do know that you work in the Dock Ward, but you do know the North Ward's a nicer area. It's not one of the Castle Ward or High Wards of the city.
But I would know anything about whether this thing
You don't know about this place.
contested, or I've never heard anything about it.
No.
Well, Tumblewicket, this could be the start to our smithy that we can open up to.
Yeah, absolutely. You could open up a smith there. Whatever you choose, it's your place.
What lives
I like
there
it.
now?
I like it. Let's go check it out.
Nothing. It's vacant. Do we have agreement here? So here, and he unrolls the scroll. Here, Alfonso. Here, I've already gotten the deed taken care of and it's paid for. And so I hand that to him.
Read the fine print.
Have you all listed on it as the owners? I've given up ownership of it. And if you'd like to add any owners, you can just see the magistrate that's listed below. And for a small fee, you can add additional owners on there. And there you go. There's the deed. It's yours. I will definitely like to come and visit.
I wonder if Troll you'll have any problems in that district.
And Volo goes, no, he won't. I mean, just look. He's not going to have a problem as long as he's with somebody else, and in the sense of, well, I mean, you guys are all kind of crazy. I mean, if he's with the gnome or he's with Alfansa for sure, no one's going to question a goblin or a minotaur or a bugbear. You're part of the guard. Interesting. That's interesting. I wrote a whole chapter about your race. So how did you get work here?
I was raised here. I was raised here.
Oh. So what happened with your voice? Because most bugbears I know don't sound like that. Did you get hit in the throat hard as a child? Or did they, snip? I'm just curious, because I've never heard a bugbear with such a low voice like that before.
Neither had the rest of my tribe, which is why I was raised here.
Okay, all right. Interesting. So do we have a deal?
I just messed up.
Gore confused. Is this good?
Can we go see it? Can we go see it right now?
Well, I would suggest wait until the morning. If you'd like, I would take you there in the morning to go see it. Rest up for the night. We'll have breakfast in the morning, and then I'll take you on over there in the morning.
When we see it, we'll tell you if it's okay.
Okay, well, give me the deed back, or give me the... If you guys don't want it, I'll sell it to somebody else and get the gold.
Interestingly,
We
that's
probably
not what
would.
he
Let's
said.
take it.
Just want
Let's
to check
take
it
it.
out.
We just want to see the plot or the building.
Let's take it.
What is it?
Oh, Gore happy that he have food.
This can be a
We're happy
profit,
for now.
Alfonso. We can make profit off of this, and we're getting it.
Oh, I have presents.
It's profit.
You have presents?
Yes.
What kind of presents?
What if it's run down and
Does he
costs
pull out
lots of
the
money to
ice
fix
block?
it before you can make
He's
profit on
like
it?
circle thing with stringies on its face.
A beholder. You fought a beholder?
I ripped stringy thing off for you.
Ah, interesting. Let me see.
He gives it to him.
Oh, this
Gore in
is
face with gold.
this is called a gazer. Not quite as powerful as a beholder, but they're like guard dogs, I would say.
What about a little brain on legs?
Oh, intellect devour?
Yeah, we killed one of that too.
Oh, you're lucky there. You took one of those down. It didn't control one of you. Didn't take over one of your minds. So it looks
Close
try
to a
to do.
bugbear.
Didn't take over my mind.
Are you sure?
You're passed out on the floor.
That was something else.
You got knocked out.
And you guys told him about Nihilor, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he says you guys are lucky to all be alive.
We're lucky he controlled Gore, not one of the smart ones.
We're not very happy about that.
That's a compliment.
So we have a deal.
Different story.
When we see the land, yes.
All right. Okay. All right. The land. It's a manor. It's not land.
Manor, land.
When we see
There's
the
no
manor,
land involved.
It is
It's
a plot
just-
of land that
Well,
the manor
it's
sits on.
the manor sits on a plot
And
of
if I
land.
destroyed the manor, there'd be a plot of land there.
Well, yeah, but then you're gonna have
So
to
then
deal
it's-
with the
exactly.
magistrate
There's-
and.
it's a
So-
plot of land.
All right. We'll go see it in the morning. All right. And so he's like, I'm tired. I'll see you for breakfast. And so he heads back on up to bed. But first he does talk to a couple of people inside, and one comes over and heals a male from Cordal. Cleric of Cordal comes over and heals Floon, and then heals the rest of you guys as well. He'll heal you up.
Okay.
And he goes, no charge. As you are friends of Volo, you are friends of mine.
Thank you.
Is there a Church of Thorgon here?
Gore's gonna get plastered the rest of the night.
Hey, Barry, can I look at the spell book, please?
No, I was gonna look at it.
Surely, do you know how to detect for drafts of a magical nature?
Nope.
Do you know how to detect for magic at all?
Nope.
I know how to detect from the traps, but I don't know about magic.
Well,
Well,
me.
why don't you take a look at the book and just I have not opened it. I'm assuming that it contains magic.
Okay.
Spells.
Me and Tumblewicker will probably look at the spell book.
Well, first
Gore
they're going to have
uses the
Moon take a
goblin stuck
look
in
at it to make sure there's
First
not
have Moon,
traps.
take a look at
Okay.
Have Gore take a look at it.
He's
He's big and strong. He can handle it.
Gore wants to see Dwarf pick. I have goblin stuck in tooth.
All right.
Wait, one question. We got 100 gold pieces before we set off on the mission.
I know you guys got
10
10
each.
gold pieces each. And he was going to pay you 100 on each.
One too many zeros. Thought it was 100 and 100.
No,
Yeah,
10
no.
and then
Well,
100.
Yeah, 10. I just wrote it.
Okay.
100.
What is up Billy's characters are being greedy?
A dwarf. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a dwarf. So,
Being a dwarf.
so
Seth
you,
is greedy too.
She's an angel of death. Why wouldn't she be greedy? You met an angel of death who's not
Billy?
greedy.
Billy's characters are just understudies from Ron.
all right. So, the spell book and the little small chest is not trapped. The spell book contains the following spells. And so if you guys want to write this down, I'm assuming Tumblewicket, you'll write it down.
All right. Someone.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think
we'll get
Luna, yeah, there's no reason for you to write it, Luna. You're not going to use it.
Okay.
So Burning
Let's just
Hands.
take notes.
So Burning Hands,
I don't do that.
Disguise
Okay.
Self,
Okay.
False Life,
Okay.
Shield,
But that's a good one. I know that one.
Unseen Servant,
Wow. Lots of spells.
and Witch Bolt.
That should be worth some money.
When
You sell it.
So in the small wooden chest, there's 2 potions of healing, 16 gold pieces, 82 silver pieces, and 250 copper pieces.
So we gotta split that up between 7 people.
168.
So 16 gold, 82 silver, 250 copper.
We got copper. Which shows up about 2.5 gold.
Well, not much in the gold department. Healing potions is never a bad thing.
Personally, we're alive. That's pretty good right now.
26.
That's all that are found.
Yep, that's it.
26.7 gold pieces.
No one else was at risk of dying except for you.
Right.
We'll have to report that to the city yard.
Yes, the bravery with which I entered the room and took the blows so that you didn't.
I wouldn't put us as a reference to your next job application.
Sorrel.
Wow.
Sorrel.
Yeah?
What have you learned about falling too close behind?
Ugh, I'm bored.
When you're told to stay put by your rogue, you stay put. Or you end up with this freaking arrow in your chest again.
I actually did stay put, so.
That seems like a
You
good
walked
idea.
right up on
You
us.
were in the
That's why you
second
got shot.
line.
Yeah, I go up right next to them. You're a mage who walked up into it before you knew what was going on.
It was rogue, fighter, wizard.
Well, if we're talking about what to do, let's make sure that we keep the quiet people forward.
Mm-hmm.
And the not quiet people
I was quiet.
forward.
I'm actually pretty quiet, so.
All right.
Actually, Tyson, I think you're the reason why he got shot.
Yeah, you were. Oh, I'm so mad.
He's
made
the
a lot
reason
of
why he got
noise.
shot himself.
But
Okay, let us go, let us sleep, and then inspect the manor in the morning.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah. So you guys sleep in the morning. You guys wake, breakfast. Volo's there. Rainier and Floon are gone now. But Volo's there, waiting for you guys as you guys come on down, and he's already eating a plate of eggs and potatoes and with some sausage. Oh, and he has the ale. And join me. Come on, join. Let's eat. And then we'll go see your property.
Alright.
All right. So you guys eat, and and he'll tell you a little bit about the city. And as you guys head on out too, he says, so as you guys know, you've been in the dock ward. There's also the sea ward where the ships arrive, and then you have the dock ward. We're heading to the north ward, where a lot of nobles live. There's a lot of taverns and such, and so like I said, you guys can take this place and fix it up, make it your own, and do whatever you'd like with it. There's also the castle ward, which of course is where the military stays, government and such businesses there, and some other high nobles. You have the trades ward, where shopping, of course. You have the southern ward, and that's a lot of where just a lot of regular people and such live in the city. You have the city of the dead, which the where all the people of the city are buried and stuff. Basically, the cemetery is some people would call it. You have the field ward, where that's where a lot of the merchants that come in and such stay with their caravans. That's where the caravans stay as the others come in and trade. And then, of course, you have Undercliff, where is Undermountain. So he'll tell you that as you guys are going through, and then so then he brings you into this area, and it's he says this is called Troll Skull Alley. And of course, your place is called Troll Skull Manor and Tavern. And
are we
it's
free to rename the tavern?
yeah, absolutely. If you want to rename the tavern, as I said, you can do whatever you like with it. If you want it just to be your home and base of operations, you can, or you can put a smithy in instead of having the wine and ale. There's a cellar, so you can change whatever you want. There's places to put bedrooms and such. I'm sure Alfansa took a good chance to study the map, the blueprints. And so as you come and approach, this is definitely the tallest building down this street, as it's 3 stories high. As you approach it, because it is on the corner of the block here, as you approach, it has like a green roof, maybe even moss-like type roof as you approach it. The windows and the doors are all boarded up. It does look rundown, like it has been closed for several years. And
So why was this place closed down, and how long has it been sitting here like this?
it's been shut down for about 7 years since the last owner was here. He left. We don't know what happened to him, and he just upped and left. And eventually, the city came in, boarded it all on up, and then it just became available for purchase very recently, and I purchased it. As you pass, there's a few other buildings around here. There's a place with a small wooden sign above it, the shop's main door, and there's a bent nail sticking out of it. And the place is called the Bent Nail. There's also a place called Steam and Steel, where you see like smoke and steam billowing from the windows. You definitely get the smell of a forge. You also have Evelai's Crown. The second floor of this, it almost looks like a townhome, but the second floor is like all glass and just filled with vegetation growing inside, basically a planetarium. And then there's another place. It's called the Bookworm's Treasure, and it's like you see this dragon wrapped around all these books, and those are the things you see as you approach your place.
Okay. We need to go to the bookworm.
Oh, I like this place.
I promise, as I said, I will visit often, and be one of your first customers when you're ready to open the doors. So, do we have a deal?
We open the door.
Oh, there's boards on the door.
We take Gore. Take the boards down.
Don't smash.
Don't smash the door. Just take the boards down.
Okay.
Grab a board, pull it off.
We'll pluck the boards off.
All right, so you pluck all the boards off the door.
Then I'll smash the boards in the street.
There you go.
Okay.
Now clean that up or you're going to get fined.
No, we could have used that.
All right.
Pick up the mess, Gore.
All right.
Horses step on it. It get good.
No, you pick it up or you're going to be fined by the magistrate for littering.
Gore never heard of littering.
I'm a city guard. I just told it to you. Now pick it
I
up.
think you just make it up.
Nope,
Gore,
Gore, make
pick
it
up the
up.
mess.
I think that's a little too futuristic.
Okay, let's go check out our place. Not worry about the dirt. Come on.
All right.
What's inside?
All right. So you go into. It's dark as all the windows are boarded up, but you have the light coming in from the front there. So you come in, and it's basically a tavern as you step in. However, all the there's furniture in here, like looks like with bar stools and tables. They're all broken. In fact, any glasses and even there's a couple mirrors, they're broken. So everything at least seems to, any furniture in here, any glasses, any once were like a couple mirrors in here, they're all broken.
All right, so what happened in here?
Gore feel like you've been here before.
Yeah, nothing for Gore to smash.
You said
So
you
the-
left for no reason and nobody knew why.
Looking around,
Why
so
is everything busted up?
the tables are smashed or just the chairs?
The tables and the chairs are all broken.
And the
The
mirrors
bar.
on the wall.
And the mirrors on the wall are broken. Any glasses are broken.
I'll walk on over. Does it look like, these things were smashed individually? Like
Yeah,
in a bar
individually.
brawl and
I mean, it would have been one hell of a bar brawl. I mean, but basically everything is broken up. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the stuff
But it's all
on
still here, though, right?
Twitch comments.
It's all still here, though?
I should
Like, it's
go.
all,
Huh?
it all still is here? Like, every piece of it's still here?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's fine. As long as it's still here.
So do we have a deal?
Yep.
Perfect. I do have one thing to tell you.
Nope. Nope.
Here it
I
comes.
don't even want to hear it anymore if we're not shaking on it.
And this is actually for my next book. This is why I bought it. My next book is called Spirits Inspectors. I think that's the name of it. Let me just double check. Double check the name of the book just because the spirits and Volo's Guide to Spirits Inspectors. That's my next book I'm writing. That's why I bought the place. There's apparently
It's
some
haunted.
spirit living here. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently some spirits living in the house. I do not believe it's the owner. I do not believe that at all. I
Joy.
um
I thought you said we were the owner. Of course, it's not us.
well, yes, it's not you. It's not the former owner either. I don't believe. So if you guys befriend or do anything with this spirit here, please let me know, and I'll definitely I'll be staying at the Yawning Portal for a while as I'm starting to write this new book, and I'll come on over and hopefully maybe chat with it. I don't know if it's true or not, but if you guys have stuff going on, let me know, because I'm definitely interested. So I'll let you have
where
at
do we
it.
find you if we need to find you, since
Yawning Portal.
they may not stick around
What may not stick around?
if this thing shows itself. It may not be showing itself all day long.
Oh, I understand. When it does, let me know. I would love to come and talk to it or investigate it and do some research on it. Once you fix it up a little bit, and I mean, if you kill it, then that would be very disappointing. But if you kill it too, let me know how you killed it and let me know what you saw and stuff. And I'll definitely give you credit in my book. I'll make sure that I have your names in my next book. All right. Well, we'll see you later. And he steps on out and heads on out.
Alright, I start going to work on the benches and stuff.
Surprises me so much.
I have a fun attic.
I start mending all this stuff.
All right. So you're gonna go up to the attic.
Yep.
All right. And you start trying to mend some of the furniture. All right.
I'm gonna go to the guardhouse and try to talk to my captain.
Okay.
Find out about this place and about if he knows anything about the Spectre or why this place was shut down and boarded up or why the owner left and all that stuff.
Wait, can I see that?
Okay.
Yes.
Gore, come to the basement with me.
Yeah, I'll head to the turret. I'll head to the turret.
So you're gonna head up
Go
with
stay with me.
Luna.
Did
Okay.
you say to the toilet?
No, the turrets.
Oh,
The turret peak.
Bitter. Just out of curiosity, what are you doing?
Just gonna go downstairs.
Okay, also down in the
Oh
cellar.
no, that's
All right,
no,
perfect.
That's just after.
2 in the cellar, 1 in the attic.
No, 3 went down to the cellar.
Oh, three in the cellar, 1 in the attic.
2 in the attic.
Oh, 2 in the attic.
Yeah.
And then 1 in the turret.
Well, you're going up there.
You gotta go to
That's
the attic
true.
before you can go to the. Or no, you don't have to go to the attic.
Yep, it's outside. It's outside.
That's
the turret.
true.
What? What spirits and sphincters?
I'm gonna go check out the turret peak. Is there anything in the turret peak?
Hold on. So you guys are exploring the house. So let's cut as they're exploring the house. So you head back to your captain of the guard. Okay. And so that you head back to the dock ward, which is not too far from here,
Right.
actually. Okay.
At least that's where I'll start, because if he doesn't know anything, then I'll go see the captain for that ward. But
Yeah.
I wanna
So
see what
yeah.
my
So
captain would know.
yeah, sergeant. Yeah. So he's gonna tell you. He says he doesn't know anything. He'll tell you. He's like, I don't know anything about it. More than likely, the captain of the guard won't know either. You're probably gonna have to talk to the city magistrate, about the property to find out anything about it. So.
okay, well then that's where I'm gonna go.
Okay. Now, did you leave Trolley back with him?
No, he's with me.
All right. So yeah. All right. So he's.
Oh no, I keep telling him, come on, Charlie,
All
let's
right.
go.
Yeah. So he comes with you.
Oh, he might want to join us.
Well, we'll
He
see.
knows the
about
sewers.
that. That's fine. Whatever goes on in the sewers can stay in the sewers.
But it's always good to have a guide if we have to go down for some reason.
We don't go down in the sewers.
Okay.
We protect the streets. We keep blood off the streets. Who cares about if there's blood in the sewers?
Okay.
So, all right. So you seek out. You go into the castle ward and seek out a magistrate, and they'll tell you that there's stories that the place is haunted. The family disappeared, and apparently the dad was depressed. Didn't know where his family just left him, and he ended up leaving. We found the place vacant and boarded it up, and we just
So no
sold
clue
it.
who the Spectre would be?
That's all just, I think, made up stories. There's
Did we
nothing.
smash up everything on the inside then?
No, why would we do that?
Everything, from the tables to the chairs to the mirrors to the glasses, is all smashed inside.
That could have been done years ago. That could have been done by vandals. Who knows? That could have been done before we took it over.
Oh, okay.
We didn't inventory. All we did is board it up and put it under property for sale.
All right.
So
But there's no other place that I can find out anything else, huh?
maybe ask the neighbors. I don't know, but who knows what they're going to tell you. Like I said, from what I heard, it's just all just very. There's been nothing. No one's been killed in that area or anything like that, or nothing. No one has said they've been, ran down by a ghost on the streets or anything like that. So there was no reason to investigate, other than little, parents telling their kids ghost stories to stay away from the house.
All right, thank you.
Which has been good because it's apparently worked.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you need to know or if I should tell my captain. About there's a squid face running around in the sewers.
What?
A squid face.
I have no idea what a squid face is.
It's a humanoid with looks like an octopus for a head with tentacles, and it blasts your mind.
Have you been drinking?
Nope, not at all.
All right. Did you tell your sergeant about this?
No, I forgot. I need to go back and tell him.
Why did you tell your sergeant about
Okay,
this?
I will do that.
That sounds like a matter for him.
Okay.
And the city watch, not me.
Okay, I'll go tell him.
All right.
So then I'm going to go back and say,
By the way, I forgot to tell you this when we were down there, and we did not get a chance to kill it. There was something called, I think they said, an intellect devourer. We did kill that, but then there was a squid face.
What?
That's what they're calling it. It's some kind of a humanoid that has like an octopus on its head for a head, and it's got tentacles, and it speaks to you in your mind, and it zaps your brain.
Sure, it wasn't like a were-rat,
Nope, definitely not a were-rat. No, this was.
There's some of those down there.
Trust me, the way it hit me in the head mentally with a mental blast of some kind, it almost killed me.
That probably wasn't too difficult. You're still alive, though. You made it, huh?
Barely.
All right. So, but so you didn't kill it? What? It ran off?
It ran off, and nobody else wanted to chase it. We were in pretty bad shape. Killed a Durger. It was down there.
A Durger down there? That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah, his name was Zank, and there was a human. I think he's around somewhere here named Krenz, some kind of guy.
He's downstairs sitting with me.
And then,
You got him on the rope
Yeah.
still. Yeah, I forgot about it.
matter of fact, the squid face's name was Niflor, or something like that. Anyways, and then there was a half-orc that we killed too, a half-orc shaman named Grumshar.
Well, we had reports of, and I didn't know there's Durger, but we had reports last year that there's a spotting of a couple of drow in the city. But that was a year ago.
No, this was a Durger. Yeah. I think we've still got his shield and his pick at where we're staying right now.
Oh, that's fine. You can have it. It doesn't matter to us. So what's your plans?
Well, you want me to watch these guys, right?
Well, I mean, what do you think they need watching? What are they doing now?
I'm not quite sure. They just took over or were given the deed to the Troll Skull Manor and tap, and they're going to fix that up. But I don't know. It sounds like they're going to do some other things around here. They might be going back down into those sewers. Who knows?
So are they adventurers, basically?
Yeah, I think so.
Mercenaries?
I think they're just here trying to make money and kill things.
All right. Well, I guess that's not too bad. If you want, you can keep an eye on them a little bit. Hang out with them, befriend them, see what they're up to. That's fine. It's fine with them.
And I'll keep you posted on what's going on if anything really big happens. Oh, and there was some little mini mind flayer thing down there too. Little ball with tentacles and whatnot that's just breathing frost at us and all kinds of stuff.
I have no idea what that is, man. He's just mixing. Let's let him go. Let him go. All right, I have no idea. Like I said, if it's in the sewers, let it stay in the sewers. I don't care. Let them all. The were-rats, Xanathar, Zents, they can all kill each other down there for all I care. Just not on my streets. Not in this ward.
Oh, I know. Let's just hope they don't come up.
Well, then we'll deal with it.
Okay.
I just love that the captain of the guard does not know what mind flayer is.
Now, why would he?
He probably hasn't seen one either.
Hasn't seen
That's
one
why I was
either.
calling it a squid face.
Yep. Yeah.
Meaning behold you.
I know. I know.
All right.
That wasn't necessarily a mistake.
So you guys explore the house, as such, and basically every piece of furniture, even down in the cellars,
Is all
The-
fixed thanks to the dwarf.
the kegs are broken.
No.
And so yeah, they're basically busted in. The beds upstairs and stuff. All the any of the wood is broken. The sheets and blankets and pillows, they're all dusty and ripped up and torn apart. It basically just looks like somebody just come through here and just completely just ripped everything up here in the entire house.
Is there anything in the tower?
Nope, nothing.
Just checking.
Empty.
It's empty.
The attic's empty too?
The attic is empty as well. There is a bedroom up there, but it's completely destroyed.
We have a post for the goblin, huh?
And whatever was in the other room up in the attic, so it looks like a bedroom and like a storage room, but everything in there has been ripped apart, thrown against the wall, broken. Anything that might have had value no longer has value.
Until it's fixed.
Can't fix ale. Can't fix wine.
Can't fix, dude.
So not too long, and you get a knock on your door, and Alfansa, you're right there, and standing there is a male half elf, and he says, "Are you the new owner?"
Yes, I am.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Dwarf, or you can just call me Tally. I own the Bent Nail over here.
Would you mind lending us some ale and wine to get us started? Since,
I really don't partake in that much, to be honest. I'm sorry. I mean, I can maybe help you clean up a little bit of this. My specialty is I make canes and staves and shields. I'm a woodworker. It looks like you need a lot of help with you.
I'm trying, but
this needs a lot of work.
Downstairs, Alfansa, the entire upstairs is smashed.
Oh, my name is Tally. What is yours?
I'm Luna.
Luna, nice to meet you. Well met.
I come in again.
You come up or you come down following her. All right. Well, it looks like you guys have a lot of work to do. But like I said, if you need a little help and have some spare time, I'll definitely come on over and help you. Just come in, knock on my door at any time.
will do.
Thank you.
All right, so he heads on out here, and what are you guys doing? Just cleaning up.
Pretty much.
All
I go
right.
clean up the tiniest room upstairs after I inform.
I'll ask Luna to check downstairs to see if there's a trapdoor in the basement.
Oh, okay, good idea. There isn't, but it's definitely a good idea. So you spend a good time just double checking, making sure. But no, there's no secret door out of the place, or even going through the house as you look to see if there's anything like that, false walls or anything kind of such like that. There really isn't. So.
I said.
Well, Tyson's not here. We're gonna pile up the garbage in the street.
And I'm gonna.
Wow.
all the blankets and pillows and all that, throw it outside.
Yeah.
I can use the wood.
Alfonso, I think because I'm not much help fixing wood. I'm able to stonework, but not wood. I think me and Goran should go to the trade market and try and buy a couple more kegs of ale. He'll carry it back though, probably because I'm weak.
That best idea, Gore here all day.
Use the money we got from the sewers.
Do what?
Buy some kegs of ale. Bring them back when we open.
Can we burn this garbage before Tyson get here?
How long do you think that's going to take? Yeah, we'll need.
Bring
we'll invest in
customers.
some mail, that's true.
Okay. Keep it up.
Do it. Let's go.
All right, so you guys start a fire out on the street. All
Like
it's just big old smoke.
bad.
Bear's looking out the door.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
Gore sheds a tear.
All right. That's great. All right.
Good. So
Um.
after that's all done, I'll grab Goran, grab the money from the chest, well, a little bit of it, and head off for the trade market with Goran.
All right.
You and Gore are going to go get
Yeah.
ale.
And then upcharge.
Leonard, want to go with them?
Luna, you want to go with them and find out how much a reasonable price is for ale so they don't get ripped off?
Sure.
All right. So Seth, they head on out. All right. As they're gone, not too long. As you guys you're cleaning up and such.
There's a fire outside.
Fire outside, and you hear next to you. This is going to be a lot of work. Boy, this is no. So you look up. It says you look up and you see this light brown skin with small elephant ears with the snout. And his ears, though, are not like flapping like most elephants. They're short and stick up. His tusks are white and short, probably only about 6 inches long. And he has white hair lamb chops that reaches up to his head, which is brushed back white hair about neck level, very neatly groomed. He stands about 6 feet tall, probably weighs about 350 pounds, and he wears brown robes and a white shirt underneath.
Well, I guess it is going to be a lot of work. Do you want one of these shops around you?
Oh, no. Bolo sent me. He told me you guys could possibly need my help.
Why, yes, we may need your help. What are you suitable at doing?
Well, I am suitable at, I'm a brewer, I'm a chef, I help taverns set up, I hire, I fire, I train people. That's what I do.
What's your name?
What was your name?
My name is Willie Pringle.
What did you just want to go get?
Willie Kringle?
Willie Pringle.
Who's Willie Pringle?
What are you?
Well, I guess I'm Willie Pringle is who I am, but I guess in the sense of race, if you're wondering about that, I'm called a Loxodon.
A Loxodon?
Yes.
Okay, let's hire him.
Oh, no, I'm not in the sense for the hiring piece. I'm here in a sense I'll help you get around all the guilds here in the city and such and help you build the place up, create a menu for you with my specialties, set up an ale, a special ale that just you will have. No one else in all of Pandia will have this ale. And I'll help you. Your adventures. That's what Bolo told me. Is that correct?
Yep.
So you really don't have that time and effort to really kind of come in here and really fix this place on up. But you probably have the gold, or can get the gold to fix it up. and I'll take care of all the little pieces for you. Set it up the way you want it all set up. Hire staff for you. Make sure that they're legit staff. Not having anybody sneaking dragons out here underneath your under your eyes. And for that, I would like 10% ownership.
Sounds great. Let's give it to him.
Well, there's already 7 owners.
Well, what's wrong with an 8? I just,
Wait,
like I
now,
said,
just so it's clear, that's actually more than 10%.
Nope. He gets 10%. Give him 10%.
10% of the profits. That's what I'm saying. So I won't take any money. All my work up front will be nothing to you. I won't take any money until you start showing a profit.
See, that's perfect. Let's do that.
And Volo sent you?
Yes, Volo, we go way back.
Alright.
I helped Durnan with the Yawning Portal years and years ago. I mean, he was an adventurer. You think he knew how to set up a tavern? And he just had a lot of gold from down there in Undermountain. Didn't know what to do with it. Built a tavern over the hole, the well there. And who you think set him up? Who you think created that shadow dark ale for him? That's me. And he's the only one that has it. And I can do the same thing. Shiner ale be your specialty. No one in Pandia, just not here in Bakersview, but no one on Pandia will have this ale but you. And we make it. I trained a brewer to make it, learn how to make it. You could be selling this stuff because it's a port city. It's a perfect place for you to send it out.
Sounds like a deal.
Yeah.
10%.
How do you feel? Shall we tell him about the thing, though, first?
Oh, the ghost or the spirit?
Yeah.
Volo already mentioned that to me. So I just have up front things here. You will get a good 12-hour day out of me. I'll come here right when it's dawn, open up, and I will stay until it's dusk. But then I'm leaving. I'll be staying at the Honor Portal. I do not want a room here. I don't trust spirits or ghosts or whatever that might live here. I don't want to mess with it. I'm not an adventurer. I don't carry a sword or a dagger for that matter. I'll bring in my knives when I need to cook, when we start giving that up. But that's it. I use my knives, but not for stabbing somebody, but for stabbing a pig. I make great sauces and soups. I specialize in fish and meats. I'm a vegetarian, of course, myself, but that's what I do. Everybody says it tastes really good. So we have a deal?
Absolutely. Let's take him up on it.
Deal, sure. Deal.
All right. Perfect. I'll start talking to some of the guilds around here. Because apparently...
Wait. We should make sure the other people go for it first. Or at least
Absolutely.
5 of us.
Sorry. Yes, talk to your friends. Let me know. I'm gonna go deal with the city watch or the watch here of the North Ward because you gotta start a fire out here.
I don't know who started that fire.
Okay, whoever started a fire, that's not good.
We threw out the stuff out there and somebody just ran by and started it.
That's not going to go over well.
No. But I'll try to negotiate with all the guilds here. They all gonna want, a piece of the pie, or they're gonna have their hands in your pockets, and I'll just make sure that you're not getting messed with in that manner. I know people here. I know the ones you can trust and the ones you can't trust. And I work with the ones you can trust.
That's good.
We have 90% of the profit split 1,000 ways.
So he says, why don't I come around here and take a look and see what the damage is and what it's going to kind of cost in the sense of getting this up and running for you.
Some of it's men.
So he'll come on in. But you talk to your friends first. But I'll just evaluate. I'll look through the place. What's your plans? Are you going to open up a brewery? What are you going to do here?
Yeah, for now.
So you're going to open up a tavern? You're going to open up a tavern just a tavern, and this is a 3-story place. I mean, you got a lot of room here. Are you gonna open it up to people to stay here, or is it gonna be your guys' place to stay? Just kind of want to know what I'm dealing with.
I'd like a workshop.
A workshop. That sounds great.
That might be the second floor. We turn
I
it
think
into a
first thing
workshop.
is get the bar and food going.
Man level.
The rest of it is Greece to deal with for now.
Willie Kringle, is there a forge right next door to us? This demon steel?
Yeah, there is actually. It's right over there. Couple odd folks work there, but yeah.
Are they trustworthy?
Yeah, absolutely. They are actually trustworthy. They're just strange. I guess I'm strange. I guess we're all strange, right? I mean,
No, we're not all strange. You're strange for sure. Hey,
You're right.
Is there a dwarf over there?
No, not a dwarf. They're called genasi. It's a fire and a water genasi living over there.
Speaking of water genasi.
And over there goes Evelize. You're actually not here right now, Luna. You guys are out shopping. He says over there, Evelize Crown there. They're a Druid of Eveli runs that place, and actually, I believe you can buy because you're adventurers. I believe you can buy potions from her.
Oh, that's great. We should make friends with her.
And then the bookworm's treasure. There, a mage works out of there. You can buy spells from there.
What's their name?
So the Dragonborn, Gold Dragonborn runs the place.
Wow.
Named Rashal.
Rashal?
Yes, Rashal.
Magic.
So it's a perfect place actually for adventurers to own this place. You got a couple places you can do business. Probably put some gold in their pocket. Maybe send customers your way to purchase some drinks, some food. This neighborhood does have coin. I will tell you that.
What was the druid's name next door? What's the druid's name?
Her name is Fala.
Fala?
Yes. And the Genasi is named as Embrick, and the other one, the water one, is named Avi.
What does Rashal sell at the Bookworm's Treasure?
Well, books, but I understand he does have services where he sells spells and such.
Oh, wow. We should go over there right away. Is Soril here or no?
No, wait till I get back.
Yeah, I'll wait, don't worry.
Don't go without me.
Yeah, don't go to the next shop without
I'll wait for you, don't worry.
Okay, so what do we find? Drink?
What if
Is Rashal trustworthy?
You figure out what you're prepared with your.
As far as I know, I don't know a
Glasses.
gold dragon that isn't. But
That's a good point.
I can't tell you as much because, like I said, it's not my thing. But I've talked to him, and he's very pleasant. But yeah, all your neighbors seem good folk. There's a woodworker over here that owns a bent nail named Chow.
He visited earlier. He was nice.
Is the bar messed up at all?
Huh? Oh, your bar? Like the bar part? No, it's just the furniture. All the benches, all the furnitures.
The furniture ain't messed up no more because he mended it.
Mending takes a while.
Yeah.
Mend a couple glasses from here.
Yeah, the glasses actually might be
Yeah.
even memorable. Wine bottle.
So
All right, so you guys, Luna, Tyson, Gore, and Soril, you guys will all return with a couple. Yeah, Tyson went away too. You guys all return all at the same time.
okay, so
And
we
you
spent
guys-
all the money in the chest, I'm guessing.
What?
That's the money we took.
Like all of it, bro?
Well,
You know how much liquor costs, man?
we brought like,
Well, I mean, if you're coming back with a couple good kegs, you know, a big keg, I'm assuming, and maybe some bottles of wine and such. If you want to spend it all, you could.
How much do you want to spend?
How much, man?
about, say, 75% of it. I don't know what the math is. I can do it.
What do you got?
16 gold to
26 gold pieces.
26 gold.
Remember, you want to save as much gold as you can.
Well,
We're investing in the business
Yeah.
here. Hey, cat, just because you want your milk doesn't mean you
wow.
We spent about 18 gold. We spent about 18
All right,
gold.
so
pieces.
18
Cats
gold.
prefer
All right,
cream.
so make sure you know that. So 18 gold pieces worth of a beer and wine and maybe some rum. You guys come back with.
We've restocked the kegs.
So
Well,
restock one keg.
One keg.
Yeah, but you come back
With a
with
couple bottles.
Yeah, some bottles of wine, some nice bottles of wine, nice bottles of rum, case of it, you know. Come
That
back.
looks like enough for Gore. What are you gonna sell?
And so yeah, so you
Gore
guys
knows
come in and
much.
you see this. You guys already kind of got the description, but this rather large elephant man, light brown skin, and he's
Or smash.
whoa. He says, whoa, 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 whoa.
Gore, no, Alfansa,
Hold on,
no.
Gore. He's our friend.
Wow,
That's
you are a big fella, aren't you?
There's two big fellas there.
Oh, look
We're
at that.
starting to get hungry now.
Look at that big meat tenderizer you have in your hands too. Wow. I know who to call it. We got a cow in the back to just tenderize the meat. You probably do it in one swing, couldn't you? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
No cow back. We're kind of hungry.
Not yet.
What's this plan? What's
You
the
cannot
plan?
leave foods lying around with go around.
Make money.
All right.
Sleep upstairs.
Where there's no beds.
We're working on that, cat. You don't need a bed. Why are you worried about a bed?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you burned the pillows.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, you guys want that infested?
You never know what kind of creepy critters are
Especially in
crawling all
our
over you.
furry friends. We have a lot of furry friends, so we don't need their fur getting infected.
True.
Or
Or your
So,
hair on
one way.
Sir, are you here? Are there somebody complaining in the neighborhood? You're in a city watch uniform.
Yeah.
So somebody complained?
No.
Oh, okay.
told you.
We're
you.
not quite open for business yet.
I'm with these people.
Told
Thank you.
Oh,
Told you you
so
don't
you
need to
have
talk to the
somebody
city
in the
guard.
city
That's why
watch.
you don't need to talk to the city guard about the fire.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay.
We put the fire out before he got back, ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just ashes in
You
there.
helped me put that
In
out.
the future, we have multiple fireplaces where those things can be burned.
Well, we just wanted everybody to know that we're back open for business. What better way than start a fire in the
Go to
street?
dumpster fire.
All right, this is a classy joint. We have dumpster fires.
So
So are you like, are you, there's a side adventure and a side gig for you, or?
Side hustle.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, my name is Willie Pringle.
With a prangle.
I'm Michael, son of Ty.
Michael, son of Ty. Nice to meet you.
So did I hear something about a magic shop?
Well, why don't you talk to your friends? As I said, they're back, and see if they agree on that. And if so, I can work with the magistrate here in the city and get You get my name on the deed. It's just a 10% owner. Do that soon.
Sure.
As I said, I'll make sure we put it in writing that only 10% owner once you turn a profit.
Alright. You guys hear that?
We have 20%.
Gore, Elf, and Cat Lady.
I know, Elf.
So what did we get out of it for his 10%?
He's looking around.
He's sitting
Yeah,
on
Willie's looking around. I don't see an
He's
elf.
really gonna start running it
I
too.
thought he
What
was
do
a
we
half elf.
what do we get for the 10%?
Food.
He's
Brewery.
gonna run
He's gonna make our own brewery. He's gonna hire staff.
Make our a special.
Oh, so he'll run it for us so we can do our own thing.
So I will
Talk
get
to
it.
Guild so they don't-
I will
You'll
let's
get
make
it up
sure
and running
this.
when you go to
I will get it up and running and be successful. And once that's done, and I have a good manager in place for you, then I will move on, continue to have my 10% ownership of profit, but then I will move on and help somebody else with another establishment. That's what I do. I help set up taverns or possibly even failing restaurants or bars. That's what I do. I travel around the world.
So besides having some ale on hand and repairing what's broken, what would you do first?
Well, yeah, the first thing I do is get new furniture in here. If you want to get the first thing set up, clean up the first floor here. Get in some new tables, some chairs.
Some new glassware?
Absolutely.
Glasses is
Glassware,
very-
plateware. Start with that. Get your tavern going. And then the next thing we start up is the kitchen. Get that going. The kitchen will probably be the less difficult part as I looked in there. There's some bent cookware here and there, but we might be able to work with the forge people across the street and get them to fix that stuff up a little cheaper than going buying new stuff. Since it all just kind of bent, we need some new plates and such. They're all broken in there. But anything that was made of steel in there is just bent and dented. And I'm sure they could fix that stuff.
Hey, Bill, were there a lot of abandoned buildings when we were walking down to the marketplace?
None. Nope. Most of the place, the marketplace that you went to is bustling with people. And the streets have been bustling as well. I mean, even down here, there's definitely people walking through the streets. Especially in this area, you see a lot of nobles. Or possibly rich merchants and such. It's definitely a good neighborhood.
Can you detect magic?
It's just you guys have a rundown place in a good neighborhood.
Next door and try the spell and then
Two sorcerers.
I'm a wizard.
No
of war.
detect magic.
You
I
pro-
know.
you-
Trust me.
You
I
probably
know.
want to talk. You want to talk to our calmer wizard. He'll probably.
Nope, he doesn't have it. We've already asked him.
Well, he'll be more interested in that than me. I am a wizard of war.
In what? What am I interested
You
in?
should know this about me, Alfansa.
Why would I know this about you? You
A
just
wizard
ran
of
in there
war.
to
Wouldn't that
moron.
wizard of war
You got
want
shot.
magical weapons to arm other warriors with? For more
Michael,
war?
you're pretty hairy for a girl. Somebody comment.
Who said that?
Somebody. I just saw the comment. I think it's your friend, Comer,
Oh Lord.
Croner
I
boy.
love it.
So.
I love it.
I'm not a girl!
So what you want me to do?
What are you asking?
I don't know. Anyone?
You know how to sing and play
What you
music?
want Gore to do?
He knows how to play.
You
heavy
could
metal.
be our entertainment.
No, right now.
I
Go
think
get
we should try
furniture.
to go. I think we should try to go find out about the specter first.
Sure. Let's ask. I mean, we didn't ask our neighbor, the woodworker, about his knowledge of anything. I mean, everybody seems to describe it as a rumor, but
And
Anybody heard or
did
seen anything?
And did the sneaky people check every room?
Yeah.
The guards don't know anything, and neither does the magistrate. They think it's just fairy tales.
Oh, a ghost.
Did anybody find any blood anywhere?
Yes, a ghost.
When do ghosts come out?
Yeah, you guys didn't find any blood. No signs of blood. No signs of anybody killing. There's no nooses in the house or anything like that. No creepy toys. Nothing like my typical haunted house that I might rent at you guys. No little dolls that are gonna stand up and wave at you. Nothing like that at all.
Not
You
yet.
guys-
Does the deed have the previous owner's name on it?
No, it doesn't. It has Volo as the previous owner.
And nobody knew the name of the previous owner yet?
You guys did ask Volo. And
Yeah,
Tyson did ask the magistrate of this. Basically, he told you that he left. The family left.
Right.
He was distraught, and he ended up leaving.
And that's what I told them.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Let's go talk to
So I'm not
Rochelle.
exactly
I
the
don't care
smartest.
for a ghost, really.
Bugbear in the bunch.
Right.
What if they
You
do
should
something?
maybe
I think
make
we
a
should
list of
talk to
things I should
Rochelle, the
ask
wizard
next time.
across the way.
Yeah, probably. I
Good.
will.
I would just ask the half elf. I'd rather talk to the half elf.
The bent half elf.
The bent
What did Gore get a hold of him when I wasn't watching?
Well, let's
Just wait till
Sit up
morning
then.
and see what happens.
okay, that's fine too. Let's we can
Yeah,
wait
I
till
kind of
morning.
want to see
Bend
if
over.
there are
Well,
if the
no,
spirits
I'm
are
kind of
there.
nervous. What if we don't even know their name? Let's go talk to the wizard.
Yeah, and after
I'm gonna
that,
go. Hey, Soril, I'm gonna go across the street to talk to a wizard. You want to come with?
yep, I grabbed the remaining 6. So let's go.
Well, we're not broke.
I'm profit. I'm just gonna go check it out. Hey, you're going. You're
You're gonna need
like.
a lot more than 6 gold in a magic
Hey, I
shop.
have 16. Bam.
All right, so you guys head down to.
It's a tip, just in case.
You two are heading over to the Bookworm's treasure. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Gore will go with them so they're not walking around alone.
Thank you.
All right.
Wait,
Okay. This is good.
you're going to the China shop?
I know.
Bull in a china shop?
Here we go.
I tell Gore stay.
All
Gore
right.
stay.
Well, he's with you guys walking.
No,
away.
Gore stay.
So the front of the bookstore is adorned with charming sign of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. Inside the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood and the earthy scent of old books just permeates the air. The library fills 2 floors of this 3-story building and somehow seems to contain more shelves than the building should be able to hold. And out comes this kind of short, in the sense for Dragonborn, if you guys even have seen one yourselves, but a gold Dragonborn. And he goes, "My name is Rochelle. I believe you, I was looking out the window. Have you guys bought the Manor Tavern down the block?"
Yes, we have.
We did. We're your neighbor now, Michelle.
Oh, nice to meet you.
I'll reach up. Hi.
Yeah, he bends over a little bit. He's like, for a Dragonborn, he's probably like 5'5", which is small for a dragon.
Yeah,
I'm taller than the dragon. Whoa. I'm like 5'7".
This place is great.
5'8", yeah, 5'8".
Well, thank you. I've tried to collect many books over the years, and I've thought I've done a pretty good job here, and I hopefully have one of the best collections in all of Bakersfield.
I asked, do you have any books on amulets or curses in your library?
I'm sure I do.
I'll go
Wait,
start looking
let's be
around.
more specific.
Wait.
Soril, let's be more specific and ask about our place.
Oh, yeah.
We were told that our place was haunted.
I mean, I've heard some noises from inside, kind of some moans here and there walking by at night, but I don't know if it's truly haunted or not. No one's been in there for several years, so I don't know if it's a kids parents telling their kids it's haunted and it's spread. You can hear creaks and moans from old houses, and especially ones that are abandoned. But nothing to see in the sense of ghosts running down the street. I would have definitely have seen that, and would try to do away with it myself.
Do you know the name of the previous owner?
Yeah, the Finklings were the owners.
Feeklings?
Finklings.
Okay.
Yeah, the owner, Darl, was the father. Apparently, the children and the wife left him, and after, I think it was probably he ran the business for another year or two, and it just kind of started going downhill once his family left, and the next thing you know, it was just vacant. And then eventually the City Watch came in, boarded it up, and that's kind of the end of it.
Was Darrow Finkling a human?
Yes.
And just a bartender? Nothing special? Wasn't like a magic user or a cleric or something?
No, I think he was, I do believe, I'm not sure, he wasn't a magic user. I believe he was a swordsman at one time. He definitely was an adventurer, a mercenary at one time, but settled down here like a lot of adventurers do. Set up a business, had a family, and not sure why the wife and children left him, but he went into kind of a state of depression then, and like I said, then the business kind of just failed. It just kind of went downhill, and as I said, just disappeared. I don't know if he couldn't keep up with his bills or what, or just gave up and left. No idea.
But you thought he was a good person, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Never a cruel word from him. His children and wife seemed happy. So it was kind of a surprise that they left. But you never know. Stuff happens behind closed doors.
I don't know about that. And is there places we can read books here, or is it purchase only?
Well, I mean, if we become friends, absolutely, I could invite you in if you want to read books. I also sell some spells and such.
Oh yeah, we found a new spell book too.
Oh.
It's all first circle spells, but we're still new.
No, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I have quite a bit of spells. If you're ever interested in learning, I'm, whatever you're kind of looking for, I kind of have it.
Right now we're low on gold, I think. I mean,
Okay.
dragons, as you call
All right. Well, like I said, so you're both casters.
Yes, we are both spellcasters. He is a more defensive spellcaster and illusionist, while I use more attack spells.
So have you joined the watchful order of the mages and protectors here in the city?
No.
I urge you guys to do that. Join that fraternity.
them. The lawful order of the...
It goes to the watchful order of the mages and protectors.
Oh, okay.
Where would we find this? Like, how would we...
It's in the castle ward.
With the watchful...
If you'd like, I could possibly take you there tomorrow.
What is it called? Sorry.
Watchful
The watchful order of mages and protectors?
Yes.
Mages.
and protectors.
I could enroll both of you, if you'd like.
Is
Okay.
there a fee?
There's a small fee. There's more of and there's membership fees, yearly membership fees, but it pays off if you want access to a library and such. And
When you say small fee, do you mean less than 5 gold?
yes, for the initial he goes, for the initial, just register into the book, it's 5 gold.
So that's exactly what I have. That's great.
I have a little more than that, so I'm good.
Let's do it, Sorrel. What do you think?
That'll be great. I have neighbors that are mages. We can talk about spells and theory of magic and all that. I look forward to having plenty of talks with you. And once you get the tavern on up, I'll definitely come on over. A fireplace, maybe bring a book or two, and maybe we can even start a book club.
Oh, that would be so great.
Yeah,
Sorrel, you're the bravest wizard I've ever seen, too. Sorrel, you should tell him what you did last time we were in a battle.
I'm known for charging a little bit up front.
Oh, that's not the way of. Are you a war wizard?
Yes, I'm a wizard of war.
Oh well, then I guess yeah. If you charge up front, that's not my style. I would rather be in the back and throw a fireball. But as everybody is a little different, but I prefer being more in the back. Let the big guys.
Yeah, me too.
Let the big guys go up front, like your big guy there. What's your name, big guy? Minotaur. Where did you come from? Interesting. Were you in the? Did you find him in the illegal pit fights here?
No.
No. Okay.
You have spell that make food?
No, I
Or
don't
pick
have.
up garbage all day and not eat yet.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. He comes around the corner and brings out a biscuit. Here you go. You have this.
What this?
It's a biscuit. Yeah, a cookie.
No meat.
No meat. Sorry. I don't eat meat. Sorry.
Go wait outside. It's dusty in here. Maybe find cat or dog.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
Cat next door.
I'm gonna have to.
Bye, Mr. Mage.
Gore,
Okay, bye.
Yeah, go back to tavern, Gore.
No, Gore, wait
I'm gonna have to hide Biggie from him. Oh no.
Who's Biggie?
My cat.
Yeah, okay, we'll try and keep he's the cat.
Oh, Biggie's not outside.
No, no. No. All right.
Well, I guess we're done. We'll probably I'll babble more. But
Okay. Yeah. All right. So as you guys clean up the rest of the day and such, get things outside and Willie says, I have some guys, can you 7 copper pieces, and they'll like just clean up all this stuff from what we're throwing outside. They'll get rid of it.
What stuff outside?
Huh?
What stuff outside?
Like any furniture and stuff that you're throwing outside, anything that you're throwing away. He's saying 7 to clean up the street, clean up the mess. 7 coppers. All right. So I'll get that taken care of. Any garbage that we need to get rid of. And so they'll clean that up too for the night. And as it gets dusk, Willie, and he's helped clean up and such. He definitely, gets his hands dirty with you guys. But at dusk, he says, well, I'll see you in the morning. And he leaves.
Sounds good.
So what do you guys do? You and Steve?
I'll come back when it gets dark. Okay, guys, we should get ready for Mr. Darrow.
I go upstairs to the smallest room on the 3rd floor and curl up in a ball.
All right.
You want to go talk to the fighter in water, guys?
Yeah, in the morning.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to be there, but you might as well.
We try. We go talk to the Giannis's.
Genesis or Genesis.
Oh yeah, I'll go with it if it didn't happen before I left.
All right. Yeah. So if they wait till you come back. It's dusk as you're back as well, and yeah. So you go on over there, and it looks like they're just kind of cleaning up, and you knock on the door. Yeah. So it's reddish built, reddish skin built. Man, probably about 4 feet tall, comes and opens the door. Hello?
Hi there. Where are your neighbors?
Oh, you guys bought that?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Why do you say that? What's so bad about having the tavern?
Well, it's a piece of junk. Look at it.
Well, it's not going to be a piece of junk.
Falling apart.
A couple of weeks, okay?
Okay.
And it's going to bring more business to you guys. Going to bring adventurers from all around here.
Well, that'll be good for business.
Yes.
I agree to that. That's great.
Now, question.
Yeah.
You heard things about the ghosts?
Walking around at night once in a while, yeah, I hear some moans.
Has it ever
creaks.
come out of the house?
No.
Attacked anybody?
No.
You ever had a conversation with it?
Who would attack me? I'm a descendant of the Efreet Kalamashan. They're not gonna mess with me.
Sure. Cool. Highborn. Where's your friend? I heard there's 2 of you.
Yeah,
So the two of you
downstairs.
work together making.
I'm an expert weaponsmith.
Nice.
Well, I worship Doragon.
Oh, wonderful God I worship.
I'm learning to build things.
That's great. I appreciate Thoragon for sure. I worship. Who do I worship? No, I saw that here. No, he doesn't.
Kerosene.
The other person worships somebody. Okay. Yeah, well, we're expert weaponsmiths, metal forgers. You need some armor. Good at Abby's actually the armor, but we make stuff together.
Nice.
So if you need any weapons or armor,
We'll definitely be interested in the future.
we're definitely coming.
We also recover things, or have recovered some items from foes. But
Oh yes.
what do you produce things to sell your wares from here, or do you bring them to market?
Usually we do specialty makes, so people come to us and they want something. So I don't just make a typical weapon for somebody to buy off the street. I have nobles, merchants, adventurers. They come to me and they want the finest blades or the armor made, and that's what we do. So we're a specialty shop.
Good.
But they come to us.
So you don't have any problem with some of those things being sold
No.
here or there?
Nope. And if you go out and adventure and you bring back a blade that you don't want, and you want me to sell it, I'll sell it for you.
You know about this pick? You know about magic weapons?
Of course I know about magic weapons.
Do you not identify?
Yeah, we can take a look at it. Abby's actually better at that than me, but yes.
You want to take a look at this?
Yeah, you pull out the war pick. Yeah, it's a fine weapon. I don't think it's magical. He moves it around, swings it around.
Oh, could Abby look at it?
Yeah, I can have Abby take a look at it.
Wait, is Abby the wizard to keep? So many names.
So you got pencils, man.
So yeah, so he'll I'll be right back, and he closes the door. And a few minutes later, about 10 minutes goes by. He comes back and says, yeah, Abby says it's not magical. It's well made. It's Durger made. He's curious. Abby's curious. Where do you get Durger weapon?
From a Durger.
Down below.
Down below the sewers?
No, right down below.
Like in the Underdark?
Am I there?
What did you go down into Undermountain?
Yep.
Wow.
That great of adventures.
Go ahead and give me no
Wow.
deception.
Tumbleweed gets rolling his eyes. Take that
16.
disadvantage.
16. He looks at you. I don't think you've been that deep in Undermountain.
Sure, look at this. Already bred out of some chainmail.
That's pretty deep to go into to deal with the drow down there.
Something's
And
definitely
the
deep
Durger.
around here.
Sometimes lies come.
But no.
Yeah, in the sense of the ghost, maybe there's a ghost living there. It hasn't come out, hasn't bothered anybody. I haven't heard anybody get killed there. The owner's children, the wife, all of a sudden packed up one day and left. Darl by himself. He stayed, ran the place for a couple of years. It just went down. He was depressed. And next thing you know, one day it doesn't open and just got ran down more and more.
And what's your name?
My name is Ember.
Rick.
Well, it's
Yeah, Hanson Red just built. He's just buff. Just you can see that he's just hammering steel his whole life.
He's a blacksmith. Okay.
Good.
Who's Abby? Well, what is Abby? I should say.
Well, any more questions?
no, I think we're good. Disappointing that wasn't
Well,
magical.
nice to meet you. Don't worry, we pretty much stick to ourselves. And we're not nosy neighbors.
Yeah.
So,
Elephant Man said you guys were kind of weird.
well, I am a descendant of a freak, so of course, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's it's that Willie Pringle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came by the other day, kind of introducing himself to all of us, asking us, what we did and everything like that. Curious, nice guy, I guess. Curious folks. Never quite seen something like that before, but most people don't see somebody like me either, or Abby for that matter.
Sure enough.
Well, nice meeting you. Well met.
Yes. Maybe I'll come use your fork sometimes.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we get to know each other a little bit more over drinks once you guys get that place open. Have some good rum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Get some good, nice strong rum, not that cheap stuff they serve over in the dock board.
I went to the trade woods.
All right. So you guys go back.
Yep. Let me get ready for round one of the ghosts.
All right. So,
Yep, I'm prepared. I'm like looking out, trying to listen a little bit.
all right.
In your pants. All that.
No,
So you guys all bed down. You guys like doing it in the bedrooms? I know already Luna said she went to the third floor, found the smallest bedroom, and went to sleep on the floor. What about the rest of you?
I go take over the attic bedroom.
Okay, so the attic bedroom.
I'm going to go room by room and say, Dear Old Thinkling, we mean you no harm. And then
I go
I'm
to
gonna
the master
in the
bedroom.
basement.
All right.
I go to the master bedroom.
Gore going basement too.
All right. Perfect. All right. Tyson, where are you sleeping?
One of the master bedrooms. No.
Well, that's not fair.
Just for clarification,
There's
Luna,
two
it's in the
private
attic.
baths in there. I mean, is there anybody in that other bedroom that's off the side on the second floor?
Nope, I think you're fine.
Cool. That's where I'll take my little friend.
All right, and Bitter?
I'm confused where everybody's going. He looks around.
There's a common room.
Who's Nobody's gone. So there's the bedroom with the turret.
Yeah.
I'm in the attic, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the
And
attic.
the attic.
Attic bedroom.
Attic storage and attic bedroom. Gotcha.
Attic storage is actually where I'm at.
That's good. Perfect.
Just
I
what he was
wanted
looking
this
for.
house
I knew the cat didn't need a bed.
All right.
Does that?
I have the cloak. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, Bitter, what do you choose?
Oh, he's gonna hang out in the bedroom with the turret
All right.
on the third floor.
Perfect. All right, so you guys sleep, and I mean it's a kind of a rough sleep as you guys are sleeping on the floor. You've actually been able to spend the last couple nights in some inns, the Yawning Portal a couple nights, and then one inn that Rainier took you guys to. In the morning, you awake, and next to when you wake up in the morning, Alfansa, on the floor in the dust, it's wrote out, "Get out now." And Luna, same thing where the dust, where you are at, is it also you get this thing that says, "You should leave before I kill you." And on the and then the first floor where you fixed a couple of chairs, they're broken.
That was right.
And that's where we'll end for the night.
Oh, come on. That was like. Now we're going back to bed and bed. Come on.
Yes, so we will. Thanks for watching, our audience.
What will we do?
We will be back with Dragon Heist once we've completed Dead and Fae and Tomb of Horrors.
Well, just dead and bed because we're all this.
And then we will come back to Dragon Heist and go into Chapter 2 and the remaining part of the book. And then we will continue with these characters with a homebrew campaign that I will be running versus running a Wizards of the Coast product. I might meld some of their stuff, but it'll be homebrew. So with that, thanks for watching. Remember,
It's going to be ye pass it on because that's what she said. And yeah!
That's what she said.
have a good night.
Pass it on.